Welcome all guys, so they are second lesson in 3D animation and rendering. I'm waiting 1 second, 1 minute for who wants to attend, and I will start and I will open my screen. Welcome. And now I'm starting, I'm opening my screen. Let's clean our scene. I'm deleting all of these mesh and other ones, but I'm and I can open new file from left top corner. I'm clicking the file and new general, don't save, and our new file is here. As you can see in the basic file, starting file, there is a camera, light and mesh. Light is most important one. For example, if I close the scene on the scene light, as you can see our mesh is not visible. For example, let's get render from. It looks because I didn't close from the render. I'm closing from render, and as you can see it's all dark, and I'm opening from here. I'm If I click this one, this camera symbol, it will be in the camera mode. In this mode, if I get render, this square will be in the render. And let's look at our light. We can we can rotate or scale or move all of our mesh or light or camera from pressing G and after pressing Z or X or Y. For example, I'm pressing G and pressing Z or X and Y, and as you can see our light in the so near the my cube, so it looks like all flashed in my render. Also, I can change my flash. For example, I'm delete the old light and I'm again clicking the pressing the shift and A button. As you can see, there's a mesh and curves, surface, metaball, text and other ones, but as you can see in the bottom there's a light options and camera option. For example, point light, we can press G for seeing light, and also there's a sun, it's more powerful, and there's also spot for only only the main area, as you can see in here. And the other one is oops, area. This is also for area, as you can see in here, but all of them works in the same base. For example, I'm delete everyone, I'm choose my point light, and I'm right clicking and I can adjust light power. If I move mouse in bottom, or you can try from moving your mouse, it will be adjust light power. if I do this in the left side, it will be dark. I'm moving my mouse, and now our light is so powerful. For example, rendering my image. Oops. As you can see, it's like painted, but it's not. For example, I'm moving my light. It's completely white cube. Its basic rendering settings are these. And now, as let's talk about these viewport options. The first one is viewport shading. It looks like X-ray, and there's a only in this one you can only see the ed edge ones, and the other one is viewport shading solid one. The first one is wireframe, second one is solid. Solid ones, it no impo if I choose solid one, there is no importance for light because it's not looking the scene in my viewport solid. But if I choose viewport shading material preview, it's before the render. Is can use this, but if I click rendered version, the last version, if I click the rendered version, it's seen in my camera like the render version. Anyway, I'm deleting my light and adding any light again, normal light like this. And now I am doing my viewport shading solid, and now I'm going to see how can you change the how can you rotate your camera or scale or move. There's a two type of moving or scaling or rotating. For first one, I can click the move and I can move like this, pressing this yellow point, or also rotate. I can rotate like this and scale like this. But the other version of this, I'm gonna clicking the my camera and clicking the camera view. As you can see on the camera view, if I press this symbol, I'm with. If I use my center button of mouse scroll, it will be with my camera. For example, if I move in this mode, my camera will be in this mode. If I exit, for example, I close the toggle enable, and as you can see my camera in here. It's easy to find your rendering position proportion. Let's take render in this position, for example. I'm gonna rendering. The basics of render is this. Also there's a render properties from the right side of my screen. As you can see in here, this render symbol, there's a render in engine version, for example EV, workbench and cycles. We using EV and cycles. Workbench is not using usually. EV is faster than cycles, but cycles has a great quality for rendering, but it will be hard for PC if I if your PC is not enough for rendering with cycles. As as you can see in the EV is faster than cycles, and you can take more in nearly same quality. Let's try the basic. Let's try the basic animation. I am clicking my object, and as you can see in the bottom of my page there's a keyframe. The keyframe means our animation keyframe. For example, we are in the first frame. I'm uh, clicking the object from left top corner, and I'm finding the animation from bottom, and from there I'm clicking the insert curve keyframe. As you can see, there is a yellow point. It's my first curve insert keyframe, and I'm moving this in the third frame, and now I'm going to move my object in the x-axis, and I'm again clicking object, animation, insert keyframe, and now we we are first animation, and so basic animation is ready. I'm As you can see, there is a 2 points in keyframe. The first one in frame 1, and the other one is in the frame 30. And if I click this play animation, as you can see, my cube moves in my scene. And if I render this one, I'm clicking my camera view from this symbol, and I'm moving from here. Let's try in this perspective, and but let's if I press the space button, also my animation will start. I'm pressing the space, and done. Let's try rendering animation. If I render image from here, if I render animation from here, I am pressing the render animation. As you can see, there's a frame and time and memory it use, and my rendering animation is nearly done, but I didn't finish because we should uh, change the end frame, because if I didn't change it, the animation will be in the end in the 250 frame. So I'm doing this 30, and as you can see, I'm rendering again animation. But before to do this rendering, we are doing something too. I'm clicking the output, the bottom of the render, and from here I'm getting I'm finding this place, and from this place I'm choosing file format, if ffmpeg video format, and now we can render our animation. And now we are rendering our animation. Let's wait for finish, and now our frame is finished. Let's see in our animation. I'm changing my screen to show the output of animation. Let's do this full screen. I'm finding it. Let's try win a. Also, we can change this output. I'm clicking the output and choosing Dolenz for output, and I'm accepting, and I am doing render again, rendering animation. My render is being oops. Now we didn't add light, so there's a our cube looks like so dark in our animation, but we will improve this one. And now our animation is done, and we will find from there, and we can watch too fast for watch because the 30 frame is too fast to, for example, 30 frame is nearly 1 second, so it's too fast. We can change the speed from here. For example, I'm change the speed. Let's look at. Let's try the more beautiful rendering. I'm closing this page and changing this one. I'm making end 180, and if I click the yellow point and press the G, I can change the end, or for example, let's try in this way. As you will understand, it will slower. Also, we will add light from Shift A. I am adding sun. Now we can look from here. I can adjust light power, not that much. I'm changing my position of my sun. Also, I can do this fun one for animation. For example, in first frame, my object looks in this way. In the second frame, first insert keyframe, and the second frame, I'm doing my oops. I'm adding other insert keyframe, and now let's watch it. Oops. And now we can try it rendering this one. We can change the frame rate from there. I'm going to do this 60 frame rate FPS, but if I do it 60, it will be faster, so I'm going to do this 30 for more slowly, or we can try two of them. I'm getting rendered of this animation frame 3, frame 5. We will wait for this stuff nearly 1 minute. And 50 frame is done. It's kinda long time for waiting, but it's nearly finished. After this animation, we will finish our lesson. In next lesson, we will improve our animation and rendering, and we will make good product in the final of the lesson. We are learning rendering and animation basics in this first and second lesson. After these two lessons, we will be professional artist, 3D artist. And nearly our animation is done. Yes, our animation is done. Let's look at it. How is it? How it is? Look good. I'm opening my animation again. As you can see in the my screen, it looks like this. It's so simple. We tried rendering and lighting and animation in this lesson. We will improve this in the other lessons. But today it's our last. Today it was last lesson for us. Thanks for attending. Have a good day, everyone.
Goodbye.